My name is Rodger Wolter. I was the original Walts TV owner. I started the business in 1957 in Tempe, Arizona. Tempe was a tiny little town at that time. Tiny, I mean 7,000 people plus the college. So
how in the world we ever opened it, I can't. We were just kids. Can't believe it now when I look back.
I worked out on my own for 13 years.
We had the business in the house till 1968, and we had people coming to our house all the time dropping off TVs. Of course, Dad fixed them in the back. So the TVs that were done were always put in the living room.
I had TVs all over the place. Could hardly live in that house. The living room, you know, everything was TVs.
I sent out 10,000 typing pages, 8.5 by 11, double printed sheets saying I can fix your TV for less than $7 or you don't owe me a dime.
People, thank goodness, started to call us, and we had customers from day one until maybe they passed or moved or whatever. They stayed with us. They became almost friends.
Dad was very personable, and he was honest till the day's end. And people just knew that. And a lot of people became our friends.
Everybody in town knew me, and they all called me Walt.
So whenever I have a patient, I'd always, talk to them, see where they're from. And if they're from Tempe, I'd always say, "You must know my folks." And they're like, "Who?" I'm like, "Walts TV." "Oh my God, you're the daughter of Walt?" I was like a celebrity. It was hysterical.
Our main business was, in the early years, was service, probably 85%. And later on, of course, we started selling quite a bit more.
My father was a master, technician all his life. He started fixing radios in the Army in the 60s, and he became a certified electronic technician.
Could not have managed without him. He was wonderful, and he ran the shop, and he was great. Really loved him, cared about him very much. Great loss.
He was a brilliant technician. I mean, he was a nice guy, honest, super intelligent all the way around. He could talk about anything. I loved the guy. I kept bringing tears to my eyes.
He was just a very important employee, very important. Very much a part of Walt's, very much.
He moved the family out here in, I think, 1979, and I know sometime shortly after he got a job here at Walt's.
He had to quit, though, for a little while, and I think it was 79 or 80. We had the big flood and washed out all the bridges between Tempe and Mesa, and there was no way for him to get there.
And he finally said, "I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry, I gotta quit. I cannot do this anymore." Well, then, of course, the river dried up again, thank goodness. And they repaired the road again. And he calls it, "Can I come back?" "Oh, you bet." So he came back, and we had him till the end when we sold it.
So Rob was offered to buy the business, and he pretty much immediately reached out to my other brother, Steve.
When Rob and I decided to make this venture together, I dove back into service. I was running service calls, going out, learning how to troubleshoot televisions.
The transition period kind of began then. Steve came on board. Tom was also our other partner. He came in.
Got another job doing some other stuff. I went out and drove a truck for a while and miscellaneous odds and ends, and was approached by Rob to come and join the company after he'd already taken it over.
When they decided to sell it to Rob, it was the best decision ever because it was going to go to our family. And we couldn't have picked a better person to do it.
The Hendley family, you could depend on them, to be honest, and do everything, and like I said, keep the business running honestly.
There was only maybe 15 employees, and it just felt like a family environment, and it was a family that ran it, and a lot of family worked there as well.
I mean, I grew up across the street from my business partners. So obviously there was a lot of chemistry there already, probably the reason that we were able to make a partnership like this work, because they are my best friends.
Seeing the family still running the business after all these years it makes me really happy.
That little tiny business we started in our house and how it has grown amazes me.
Today we have social media specialists, we have data analysts, we have inventory analysts, we have all these specialized roles and opportunities for people to help build this organization. So I'm excited about the team and the growing element of the team.
Without all these different employees, even from the early days and especially now today, we wouldn't be here.